seem like we were talking, and I was like, no, we're not. We are not. What up, creators? It's your girl KIRB3YZ, and yes, we are back with another story time. Yes, the scenery is different because me and Zay slept in my room and he passed out in there, so yeah, I didn't want to disturb him, so I'm back in the living room. So I wanted to do like a little morning kind of vibe or whatever, so whenever you look at this, doesn't matter. All right, so as always, we are going to be picking a random story. It was gonna be out of a stocking, but I decided to switch it up and do an oven mitt. But before we do, you already know, I had the nog, but now I have my coffee. It's that first sip, man. Make sure to subscribe to your girl's channel and remember to hit all after you hit the bell down below so you can catch all these messy story times. We're gonna continue this villain era. All right, spirit guides, what is the story that we are going to tell today? If I can get one. All right. Y'all never disappoint. This one is called 12 Years of Friendzone. It was actually not 12 years, but man, it was damn near close. It was damn near close. Okay. Okay, this one starts, I want to say, somewhere in 2015. He was one of my homeboys, and we're going to name him Eric, okay? The way that we started was when I was still in a relationship with my ex, and I used to go live on this app called YouNow a lot. No, this is not sponsored, by the way. Okay, this is when YouNow was like so popping at the time, and everyone was going on it as if it was like Tiny Chat, Kick, you name it, yeah. And he would catch me on my lives a lot with my ex and my sister, and sometimes we started to become close friends, but we never met though. See, we're both from Texas, but I think he was originally from Florida. I know, I need to just stop messing with Florida dudes. I need because it's just always a series of unfortunate events, if you haven't noticed. Then we exchanged numbers, became friends, and yes, my ex knew all this and all that, but here's the funny part. My ex was always skeptical of Eric, right? It was just that thing where, I'm gonna keep an eye on this dude because, you know, you did start off as a fan and now you all homeboy to my girl and everything. So yeah, of course he was on the lookout. So years go by, right? So when he found out that I'm single, he was like, oh my God, wow, I'm so upset. Fast forward to 2019. Yeah, 2019, I'm just saying. Me and my sister, Alicia, we were all pretty much like friends. Like, me and him were actually close friends, but him and Alicia were like acquaintances and all that. Now, this is the time I was still friends with Tessa and all that, and so he was saying that he kinda had a crush on Alicia, right? Now, Alicia, he's totally not her type, but at the time she was single and I was the sister that was pretty much like, well, hey, you never know, you never know. Yes, I was playing matchmaker, okay? I know she wanted to kill me. Pretty much tried to set them up on a date, and he got his clothes and she got dressed up, and we went to go visit Tessa. Like, Tessa picked me up and Alicia up. And I think we spent the night over at her house that year or something like that when this went down. And it turned out that she was the reason why Alicia and Eric couldn't go on the date, because she was like, no, you know, the whole, what I told you in the last story, the whole, I don't think he's good for her, like, no, he's a bum, da-da-da. Yeah, she was the reason why that never happened, okay? And it's a good thing that it never happened, because nothing ever came of it. He ended up confessing his love to me and saying that he had a crush on me and blah, 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 and I didn't have a crush on your sister. I was only trying to get close to your sister to get close to you. Red flag. I didn't see him like that. I saw him more as bro status. He understood, and that was the first time. Months went by. For my birthday, I want to say it was for 2019, we ended up making plans for me, him, and Alicia to meet up finally in person. He was saying, well, I have problems with my family. I'm deciding to move. This is when he went from Texas to Florida, stayed there for a bit. I helped him through a lot of his depression and all that, and so that's why we became close friends, because we were actually like really cool, right? After he was like, you know what, I'm just gonna make this jump. I'm going to get away from my toxic family members and friends and blah 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 that he didn't get along with, and he wanted to move to where I was. And I was like, no. I was like, at least, you know, visit. We don't mind chilling and all, but I didn't want him to make like a huge commitment that he's not ready for, you know? Yeah, he made a trip. I got dressed, Alicia got dressed. Alicia was like, oh Lord, it's been so long. I don't know, this is gonna be kind of awkward. But you know, by that time, like, months have passed by, and she was just like, okay, at least he doesn't like me. So like, cause she was cool with him too. Me and Alicia were trying to meet up with him at a bar, but then he said he was staying at a motel across the street. And I was like, okay, well, we'll meet you there, I guess. But yeah, we met up with him across the street with him and his uncle, and his uncle's so hilarious. Now, for the ones that care about zodiac sign, his uncle, Libra, Eric, okay, he's a cusper. He's a cusper, okay? He is right on the line of Leo and Virgo. But the thing is about Eric is that he acts more so like a Leo than he does a Virgo. He saw me, he gave me a hug, he gave Alicia a hug. Now this hug was a little bit too long for my liking, but I already knew that he saw me like that. But I was like, at least we can be cordial, you know? And his uncle decided to give me, I think it was like dragon fruit, MD 2020, I think that's what it was. Yeah, it was really good. I think I drank the whole thing, honestly. And I think after that trip, he went back to Florida, but then later on, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna make this trip. I'm just gonna do it and go live where you live. Red flag. Like, he decided to make the move anyway. I was like, Jesus Christ. And he doesn't have an apartment, but he wanted to stay in a hotel, save up, blah, 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 and hustle. I'm like, okay, cool. He got a job down here, all that set up. I'm like, cool. And I was one of those friends where I'm just like, hey, if you need anything, let me know, blah, blah, blah. And one of those times he was like little short on money and all that. My mom helped him out and everything, because I knew what he was trying to do. I knew what he was trying to do. He was trying to make it to where he can make it on his own. And I'm all about it. I'm like, okay, cool. Over these months of him working here and staying here where I am, and me and Alicia would go and visit him at the hotel he was staying at for all these months and all that, and he was racking up money, and then he got himself a bike, you know, just step by step. Like, months later, he would throw these little hints or jabs about, well, you know, I know you don't see me like that, but it just, you know. And I hated when he did that shit. Like, I hated it, because I'm like, bro, you know I don't see you like that. I'm not changing my mind, and I don't feel anything. I really don't. Especially me not being in a relationship right after a 5-year engagement and all that. Like, no, I'm not in that. So, and this was like maybe 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 times that he confessed his love little by little spurts, and every time I said my mind, because I wasn't shy around, oh no, like when I said my piece, I said my piece.